All right, joined by Arizona Wildcat guard Shaina Pellington. Shaina, you're coming off a career high 28 points. You were 10 of 13 from the field against Colorado. I think that's what stood out to me the most. That's just a ridiculous stat line, frankly. How did that feel being in the zone like that?
I felt great. I was just really comfortable with the ball in my hands. Once I started seeing shots going in the hoop, I felt more comfortable, just take open, uncontested shots when I could. So and they were all dropping. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, literally all of them except for three. So that's kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous. Kate Reese, Sam Thomas, you are all able to put up big numbers. You have a few players that can on your team. I know last year was a fun year, but the scoring was different. So how much do you love seeing different teammates go off like that?
It's really cool. I mean, like we're a very talented team. We're very deep. So you have players like Kate Reese, Sam Thomas. All of us are capable of having big games, and all of us are capable of stepping up when it's needed. So it's great to see the scoring more balanced amongst our team. It makes us stronger. So.
And it seemed like last year your whole team had something to prove. You guys had that underdog mentality and attitude. You proved a lot. You made it to the national championship.
Yeah.
What's your mentality right now about midway through or early on in Pac-12 season?
I mean, we're trying to get right back where we were before. I think we have all the pieces to be successful and make a deep run in the tournament again. Obviously, it's still pretty early. The tournament's in March, so we're still figuring ourselves out as a team. But right now, we're on a pretty good trajectory to be successful going into the tournament. So.
This Sunday, it's a big week for you guys, UCLA and Stanford, but Sunday is the first time you match up again with Stanford. So when we talk about rematch of national championship, just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
It's going to be an extremely competitive environment. There's going to be a chip on our shoulder. There's going to be a chip on their shoulder. We have something to prove, and they have something to prove as well. So we're going to go in there, and it's going to be a battlefield, basically. I know both they're a phenomenal team, and we're also a phenomenal team. I think we're just going to see a lot of really good basketball. People hustling, people fighting, to prove that who's the best. So it's gonna be really exciting, and I'm excited for it.
We'll have you guys both in one conference. That's just so much talent. How do you feel like you match up with them this year? I know it's some similar returners for them, but you guys have a different makeup.
I think in terms of the matchup again, I think it's still very even actually. We lost some people, they lost some key people as well. So going into this game, I think it's just going to be honestly the battle of who wants it more. We have, like I said, we have a very strong team. We're very balanced, and I think one thing that makes us very strong is we're very deep. We're one of the best defensive teams in the nation and in the Pac-12 in general. So they have phenomenal. They're coached very well, and they are very good offensively. So it's going to be a close matchup. I personally feel like it's going to be a very interesting game. So.
Yeah. It should be fun. I know you guys are so good on defense. I would not like to play against you. It just the way you guys move and suffocate, it just doesn't look like any fun, but I'm sure it's fun to be the team that's doing it. Last question from me. This season, last season, there have been incredible highs and lows, especially for you guys as a team. Super highs. I mean, making it to the national championship, but across college basketball, dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, what you guys have handled. No way that I think people outside of it can fully understand, but from all of it, what do you think you've learned about yourself through these last 2 years?
I've learned a lot. I mean, all of us. I mean, with COVID, the COVID situation last year and this year, how it's playing a part in our lives, in everybody's lives right now. I think one thing that I've learned about myself and just my team in general is just how well we're able to face adversity and be successful. There's, like you said, there's been highs and there's been lows throughout both seasons. But I think one thing that just separates what makes my team special is the fact that just how well we're able to handle those moments, face adversity, and how well we're willing to push ourselves. And I think that's what really tears the good teams from the great teams, and having just like Adia as a leader of that, I think she does a really good job of just keeping us mentally prepared and focused in moments where things may not be going our way, in a game or outside of basketball. I mean, she's a phenomenal mentor for us and my teammates. So I think that's just something that personally, like for my team and myself, that I think I've just learned a lot about just how much can I take, how much can I push myself, you know? So yeah, but with the whole pandemic, I mean, yeah, it's impacted basketball, it's impacted every sport, people's lives in a multitude of different ways. So I mean, yeah, it's been a crazy 2 years for not only me, but for my teammates and everybody else. So,
Yeah, it's impressive to see you guys handle it, and I think we're gonna be able to look back on it and be like, wow, we really did that. You guys really got through some of this
yeah.
stuff, and leaders like Adia Barnes, absolutely, really cool to see all the things she says and leads you guys. It's so impressive. Shaina Pellington coming off an incredible game against Colorado, career high 28 points, big week this week. So thank you for taking the time and talking to us. Good luck this week.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.